Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, the voice that crossed borders, faiths, and time. Some voices entertain, some voices impress, but once in a generation, a voice is born that awakens the human soul. That voice belonged to Ustad Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. He did not simply sing, he summoned emotion. He did not perform music, he became music. This is the complete story of a man who carried a 600-year-old spiritual tradition and transformed it into a global phenomenon without ever abandoning its soul. A child born into sound, 1948. Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan was born on October 13, 1948 in Faisalabad, Pakistan, then known as Lyallpur. He was born into a family where music was not a profession but a sacred inheritance. For over 6 centuries, his ancestors had been custodians of qawwali, a devotional form of music rooted in Sufism, designed not for applause but for spiritual awakening. His father, Ustad Fateh Ali Khan, was one of the most respected qawwals of the subcontinent. Yet, strangely, Nusrat was not encouraged to become a singer. His father understood the sacrifices this path demanded, the poverty, the exhaustion, the surrender of ego. He wanted a safer life for his son, but destiny had already chosen. A silence before the storm. As a child, Nusrat was quiet, introspective, almost withdrawn. He preferred sitting near harmoniums and tablas instead of playing outside. He listened, he absorbed, he memorized. Music surrounded him, but it did not yet flow through him. That changed forever in 1964. A dream that changed everything. When Nusrat was just 16 years old, his father passed away. The loss shattered him. Music fell silent in the house. Weeks later, during the traditional 40th day mourning, Nusrat had a dream. In it, his father appeared and said, "My son, now you will sing." When Nusrat awoke, something had changed. His voice, once ordinary, had transformed. It carried depth, power, and an unexplainable spiritual force. From that day forward, his path was sealed. Years of fire and discipline. Nusrat began intense training under his uncles, Ustad Mubarak Ali Khan, Ustad Salamat Ali Khan. His life became a cycle of dawn prayers, endless vocal exercises, classical ragas, breath control, spiritual discipline. He practiced 10 to 12 hours a day. No fame, no recognition, only devotion. This training shaped not just his voice, but his endurance. He could sing for hours without stopping, building crescendos that left audiences breathless. The birth of a phenomenon, 1971. In 1971, Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan performed publicly as a lead qawwal for the first time. The reaction was immediate and electric. Audiences had never heard anything like it. His voice was thunderous yet controlled, wild yet precise, deeply emotional yet technically flawless. People did not just listen, they wept. They entered trance-like states. They lost themselves. A new era of qawwali had begun. More than music, a spiritual mission. For Nusrat, qawwali was not entertainment. It was zikr, remembrance of God. His performances were spiritual journeys. Through poetry by Amir Khusro, Bulleh Shah, Rumi, he spoke of divine love, human unity, ego annihilation. Songs like Allahu, Tajdar-e-Haram, Dum Mast Kalandar became spiritual anthems across South Asia. World discovers qawwali. In the 1980s, the impossible happened. Western audiences, unfamiliar with Urdu, Persian, or Punjabi, were completely mesmerized. Nusrat performed at WOMAD Festival, Carnegie Hall, Paris Theatre, Royal Albert Hall. People did not understand the words, but they understood the truth, because emotion needs no translation. East meets West. Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan became the first Qawwal to collaborate deeply with Western musicians. He worked with Peter Gabriel, Michael Brook, Eddie Vedder. Together, they created music that bridged East and West, tradition and modernity, sacred and experimental. Hollywood noticed. His voice appeared in films like Dead Man Walking, The Last Temptation of Christ, Natural Born Killers. A Pakistani Sufi singer had entered global pop culture without compromising his roots. Global recognition. Nusrat received Pakistan's President's Award, UNESCO Music Prize, multiple international honors, Grammy Award nomination. Yet he remained humble. He once said, "If my voice brings someone closer to God, that is my success." The cost of greatness. Relentless touring took its toll. Over 200 concerts a year, constant travel, little rest. His health deteriorated. Kidney failure, heart complications. Doctors warned him to stop. He refused. "As long as I breathe, I will sing." The day the world went quiet, 1997. On August 16, 1997, in London, Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan passed away. He was only 48 years old. News spread across continents. Musicians cried. Fans mourned. A silence fell over the world of music. But something remarkable happened. His voice did not disappear. It multiplied. An immortal legacy.